We had a dog bite incident. The dog was not supposed to be there. I got sued. My insurance company came in. They settled the lawsuit, even though I argued that there was no dog on the lease. So why am I responsible? And they just said, well, that's why you have insurance. And so I wound up paying a claim for a dog that wasn't supposed to be there. And it made me start thinking about what can landlords like me do to better protect ourselves when it comes to pets.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I am your host, Hugh Edmonds, and I am excited to be here. You know, one of the things that really excites me is when I get a chance to look at different people and look through their lenses and what they do. They are expert at what they do, and sometimes we hear things that maybe we have never heard before. And for me, it kind of falls into that category today. I'm excited for our guest to tell us all about what he's doing. This gentleman deals with pet policies, and really help people understand and navigate the policies about where they are, where they renting, what they own. And he's really made a great successful model and business out of what he does. And so I am so excited to introduce you all to Mr. John Bradford. Mr. John, how you doing today, sir?
Hey, Q. Hey, thanks so much for having me on your podcast. This will be fun.
Absolutely, it's going to be fun. And listen, Mr. John, I want to go into your world. I want you to take us into your world. So I want you to tell us what your main focus is these days. If you want to give us an origin story of kind of how you led up to this, like kind of where the idea came from, how you got into it, we love origin stories. And also, if you want to tell us what part of the world you're in and the part of the world, part that you serve. And
All
so,
right.
Mr. John, you got the floor, sir.
Very good. Well, good to be with you. My name's John Bradford. I'm coming to you from Charlotte, North Carolina. I live in Charlotte. My company's headquartered here, but we do business in all 50 states. So we're national in scope and scale. So I have a software product. It's called Pet Screening. I have a really neat origin story. Like if there was ever an example of a product that was created out of a true need that someone saw, I would say I'm kind of living that American dream. I was a property manager. I was buying rentals for my own investment portfolio. Then I started doing it for other people. So I grew this management company, and I'm very pet friendly. I've had pets all my life. In fact, I have a dog now. And so I was always very pet welcoming. We had a dog bite incident. The dog was not supposed to be there. I got sued. My insurance company came in. They settled the lawsuit, even though I argued that there was no dog on the lease. So why am I responsible? And they just said, well, that's why you have insurance. And so I wound up paying a claim for a dog that wasn't supposed to be there. And it made me start thinking about what can landlords like me do to better protect ourselves when it comes to pets. All while doing that, I had a political career and I served in the North Carolina House of Representatives. And that's important because I was carrying all of my state's tenant landlord law. So I really understand fair housing. I understand the laws. And I started seeing people pass their pets off as emotional support animals. And while there are people that need those animals, there are also a lot of bad actors who are faking it, because if you have an ESA, you probably know if you're a landlord, you don't have to pay any pet fees because an animal is not a pet. But there's so many people
Mm.
taking advantage of it that it was a huge issue. So I started pet screening. And here we are 9 years later. It's been a ball.
Wow. I mean, Fantastic. And we talked about how just like different areas that you're in kind of lead.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
To like some kind of confluence, right? Like I always like to say, destiny have no wasted moments, right? So the things that we go through in life, they kind of just lead to things just coming together. And it's amazing, man, how you was able to find a need and then serve people to really fulfill the need. And that's absolutely amazing. And so you've been successful in so many different walks of life. So I want to pick your brain on some of the strategies that you use. And so I would love if there's core strategies that you have identified that you use business wise and personal, like to really kind of keep you motivated, that's led to your success. I would love if you can share some strategies with us, Mr. John.
Well, I mean, look, it starts with if you have an idea, it's only an idea until you pursue it. I know some people have some really good ideas, but they shelf them and they go away with them, and then they'll see it developed by someone else. Like, oh, I had that idea. So I would say if you have a good idea, execute on it. And I had an idea, and so I like to say, I put my money where my mouth is, and I bootstrap pet screening, started it, hired some developers to help me get this thing going, and I'm so glad that I did that. So when you have an idea, go for it. I think you have to lead by example. There's nothing that I would ever ask anyone in my company to do, any of my employees to do that I would not do myself. So I think you just have to be willing to do things that others, why would you ask them to do something if you wouldn't do it yourself? And that's just sort of a core tenet of my life. I remember my old company prior to this one, we used to stop the office and clean as a team because we didn't have the money to hire cleaners. I always clean the toilets myself. I didn't let them do it. I did it because I felt like if I could clean the toilets, then if there was a time that I couldn't clean the toilets and I was out of town traveling, then they would do it. And as simple as that sounds, it really does go a long way. And then do good. Like, I think it's incredibly important to do good, right? So we use our profits at Pet Screening to do good. We support the Down syndrome community. We have an employee with Down syndrome. I just think you have to give back, right? Profits are wonderful. You need them to make a living, but you also need to carve out some and do good. And I just think that's a good life, another core tenet.
Sir, thank you so much for sharing. So much of that, what you said, has resonated with me. My dad, he's a pastor, grew up pastoring a small church like in the country. And I watched him clean toilets, man. I watched him lead by example. It wasn't nothing that he was asking anybody to do that he wasn't willing to do himself. And there was times it was just me and him alone, and we were cleaning and doing things. And so, oh man, that just brings back so many memories. And I'm so glad that that's part of a core of things that you teach people, and just really just a part of a core of who you are, just leading by example. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you for sharing that.
Yeah.
I really
Well, it's just the truth, right? Working hard is, it's not a learned thing. You just got to do it, and good
do.
things happen.
That's the truth. You're absolutely correct. And so I would love to know, where, story, life definitely, made pivots in your life. And so I'm just wondering, as you was working your way to building what you have now, have you bumped up against any adversity? Have there been times when things got real, you had to pivot fast? Like, I would love to know a story like that to kind of help people know some people might be stuck that's listening to this and let them know that, hey, adversity is part of the game.
Yeah. So, I mean, when I said I had this idea of pet screening, everyone, I think they were polite. No one would tell me it was a bad idea, but really no one understood what the heck I was talking about
Yeah.
until I launched it. And of course, now they're like, oh my God, like that was really an amazing idea. But again, a lot of people didn't know what it was. So I think, you got to be honest with yourself. And if you think it's a good idea, put your money where your mouth is and go for it. I will tell you, when I launched pet screening in the multifamily space specifically, the only type of product that was out there that did any type of pet work was a company that did DNA testing on dog poop. And so people would think that pet screening, that we tested dog poop. And I would be like, nope, with pet screening, we don't do DNA testing. I like to say we don't do poo. We're more of the front end, and they're more of the back end. And so it was a challenge like that. It was a challenge at the very beginning, but of course, 9 years into this, now everyone knows pet screening.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
We're a free service to landlords that just helps them screen pets, make sure they follow policies, and we stop fake emotional support animals. There are people who need these animals, but there's a lot of bad actors, and we stop them because that's money coming out of a landlord's pocket. And that's a big problem that we've solved at pet screening. And then it's free for landlords. Hello, no brainer.
Yeah. It's so many ideas are crazy only until it's built and people be like, oh wow, like it makes sense after it's built, right? And I think you used the word trailblazer, right? Like there's pathfinders and there's trailblazers.
Yes.
Pathfinders jumped on a path after somebody that already blazed the trail, right?
Yep.
And so, but trailblazers, they got to cut down the weed, they got to see the vision in their head, and they actually had to make that thing come to pass. And so, no, yeah, man. I appreciate everything you're saying because it makes total sense to me. Total sense to me.
Oh yeah, we're trailblazers
Yeah.
for sure. And trust me,
Yeah.
what we don't do is when we meet a dead end, we don't stop and complain about it.
Mm.
We just switch directions and keep swinging the machete and go a different way. I told you earlier before the show, I want to be like, I don't want to be like the Queen Mary, but it's a big ship. It takes like 2 miles to turn. I want to be a jet ski. I want to yank this thing on a dime, turn it around. And if we're going the wrong way, we're going to turn it the other way and go back the other way. Cause that's what you got to do. Time is never your friend in tech. So you got to go.
I love it. I love it. I'm sure our viewers are getting a ton of value from this. Let me ask you this, Mr. John.
Yes.
What's the next real goal? Like what are you looking to scale or solve next? Like what's the next goal, sir?
Yeah. So look, pet owners, no different than me. They want to take their pets anywhere they live, work, travel, play, or stay. And so for the last 9 years, we've been in the long-term rental space. So think 12-month leases. U.S. military is using us, manufactured housing, student housing, affordable housing, multifamily, single family. But this year, we went into the vacation rentals segment. So people want to take their pets on vacation. Only about 30% of vacation rentals are pet friendly, largely because they don't really know how to properly manage it. So we think that our platform can help hosts better manage their properties, which would then open the door for more people to bring pets to their vacation. I mean, look, it costs $60 a night to board your pet to leave them behind. Wouldn't you rather take them on vacation and give that $50 or $60 to your host so it leaks your dogs with you? And that's more revenue for the host anyway. And it's sort of a misnomer that all pets cause damage because they really don't. Trust me, someone renting a beach house for $6,000 for the week, their dog is not going to tear your property up. That's probably a well-trained, a well-taken care of dog. I'm kind of generalizing, but I would say statistically speaking, that's just going to be money that goes right to the host bottom line. So that's going to be fun for us going into vacation rentals and expanding in the new year.
I love it. I love it. So it seems to me, um, just relationships, right? It seems just listening to you, it seems to me you know how to build good relationships. And so I want to park there for a little bit and tell me about relationships. Are they important to you? If they are important to you, what's made the biggest difference for you when it comes to relationship?
Yeah, look, people are everything. When I was in business school, they're like, people are everything. And you hear that a lot, but boy, I've lived it and they're right. Just a couple examples. One of my SVPs of sales, we met I worked at IBM. We met at IBM in 2000, 25 years ago. And when he retired from IBM after 20 years, I hired him to come work at my company. My main chief legal counsel, I met him in 2006. So we're 19 years of knowing each other. I just think when you meet someone that you respect, you trust, and then of course it's mutual the other way, then in your life you just find ways to fold them in, and that's just relationships. And I'm very loyal, probably to a fault. Now at the same time, if you burn me, I won't be rude about it, but I won't let you burn me twice because I'll just go a different direction. Do it, do as you say, and don't overpromise and underdeliver. I just think that's terrible. And it's okay to say no. As I've gotten older, I've been much better at saying no. I'd rather say no and not let you down later and just say, look, I can't get to it. And that's the honest truth. So those are some things that I've had to, pick up later in my life, but I think I've gotten there, and I don't consider myself good at a lot of things, but somehow, Q, I'm good at meeting people who
Mm,
really buy into what I'm doing and treat it as their own. And and I
mm.
thank the good Lord for giving me that skill set, because I've hired some amazing people that have just been with me through thick and thin.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
And continue to stay
Wow.
with me. So it's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah. Now, there is the art of connecting. I always say community is common unity. It's people that's in unity doing things together. And I love how you say, listen, I trust, you trust, loyal to a fault, but you only get one chance to burn me. And I always say, trust is earned in drops and lost in buckets.
Yep.
It's earned in drops. It's what makes the big ship. But man, I will turn on on a dime, and if that trust is gone. And so
Yep.
I hear you very, very clearly, sir. Very, very clearly.
Q, I tell my kids, there's two things you can control. You can control your credit score. So if you get a credit card, please only put stuff on there you can pay back, because that you can control that. Okay, your credit score. The other thing you can control is your reputation. How you treat
Mm,
people. Kindness doesn't cost anything extra. You can be kind and still be resolved. Look, I was in politics for 11 years, and I disagree with a lot of people, but I was always very nice to them and say, you know what, let's
yeah,
disagree on these two things, but let's agree on these 8 things. And that's
yeah,
just common sense, right? My wife and I don't agree on everything, but that's just compromise is part of life.
that part. You know, oh man, that is so good. And I really try to look at my marriage. I mean, this is the woman I love with all my heart. This is my darling. This is my pudding. And man, do we not get along sometimes. I mean, why
Imagine
can't we?
Yeah, but could you imagine, Q, having someone that just agreed with you all the time? Man, who wants a yes person? I don't need that in my life. Tell me, and that's another thing I will say. When you have an idea, do not ask your best friends and your family, because they will not have the tenacity to tell you no, because they're too nice
Yeah,
and they don't want to tell you no. Go ask people you don't know, or a network of people that don't mind telling you no, because unfortunately your friends and family, they're so kind, they're not going to know how to tell you no, and you can't fault them for that. So don't fool yourself and think you have a great idea, because the people you love the most and care for you the most will tell you it's a great idea. Go find people that you don't know, or networks of people, and ask them, and you might hear a different story. But if you hear good from them, maybe you have something.
yeah. No, that's incredible advice. That's really good advice. You're really giving us something to really, really think about. Like even saying that you can control your credit score. Some people don't know they can do that.
They can't.
Some people, some
But
people that's
once you get underwater on it, it's tough to get out. But just
man, brother.
just
Yeah.
pay off your bills. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, that's all right. It's as simple as that, right? And so, no, listen, you have been a breath of fresh air, Mr. John. Is there any other thing as far as inspiration, education, just encouragement, maybe that you want to give to the people? Just something that you think about, something that you have just picked up over the years.
Yeah.
I just love listening to you talk. I love your perspective. So,
Yeah.
if there's anything else you want to give
Yeah,
the people?
I would just say, if you have an opportunity to run your own company, we have 3 core values. Like, keep it simple. I don't, too many, it gets lost. We have 3. Everyone deserves an opportunity. We have a young man with Down syndrome that works at my company because he is capable and competent and ready to make a difference. And so everyone deserves an opportunity. I have people that never went to college because their life circumstance didn't provide it, but they're the hardest workers I know. So everyone deserves an opportunity. Number 2, make your mark. I tell my team, make your mark. Now, if you make a negative mark, you're going to be out of here. But if you make a positive mark, you can make a real difference. And I want you to make your mark, whatever that is. And 3rd, laugh more and have fun. Like, if you don't enjoy don't do it. So we laugh at pet screening. We let you bring your dogs to work. I go up and down aisles every morning saying hello to my employees, rubbing a lot of dog bellies. So if you don't enjoy what you do, I say get a nice car, because you're going to be in it singing and sitting in traffic. Get a great mattress, because you need a nice night's sleep. Otherwise, you're going to be exhausted. And work somewhere or do something you love to do. And probably marry up. There's a 4th one. You and I probably marry up. Marry up. There's a 4th one we'll add. There you go.
If you ain't hit the nail on the head with that last one, sir. Everyone loves opportunity. Make your mark. Laugh more. Have fun.
That's right.
Sir, you make life sound so simple. And really, it can be. It ain't easy, but it can be simple. It's not easy.
Work hard to be lucky, right?
Come on, man. Work hard to be lucky. Mr. John, sir, I thank you so much, man. This has really, really been good.
Yeah. Well,
If people wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, learn more about what you're doing, how can they get in contact with you, sir?
I mean, I'm on LinkedIn, John R. Bradford. My email's john@petscreening.com. Pretty straightforward. Being a public official, I'm out there. I just finished last December, but I don't know. If you email me, I'll email you back. That's just sort of my rule. So happy to help wherever I can. I'm not a know-it-all. I don't want to come across as one. My experiences are those of mine, and I'm happy to share them. And if it helps you, bravo. And if you have something you want to share with me, I'm all ears.
I love it. Mr. John, again, thank you, sir. This
Thank
has
you.
been great. Thank you for your story, for your time. Definitely thank you for your perspective, the way your brain works. I appreciate it. You are the type of person that somebody will pay to think, right? They may think, they're paying you for, what you do. No, your brain is what somebody will pay for because I love the way you think, man. You think in a way of success, a way of innovation, and a way that's outside the box. And so I really, really appreciate you, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So listen, y'all got the value from Mr. John. Y'all heard him. Y'all heard the stories and the nuggets. Listen, go ahead and subscribe. I keep telling you, we're going to continue to bring up amazing people just like Mr. John. So subscribe. That way, when that alert goes off, you can just open up the episode and enjoy. Again, thank you, Mr. John. And to everyone else, we will see you on the next time.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.